Alright, finally a chance to answer these questions asked by Son is the Father of Man. Question 1. Do you agree with Richard Dawkins when he says that kids should be removed by the state from religious households? I paraphrase these a little bit. And I would say it depends on the religion. Because there's a fine line between a religion and a cult. I mean, if you ask me, they're all cults, but some cults are more harmful than others. Like, say, if the parents are teaching their kids that the creator of the universe wants them to kill people when they turn 18, yeah, I think in that case they should take the kids away from that household. But to take kids away from any religious household, that's like saying, do you think that parents who teach their kids about Santa Claus should have their kids taken away? You know, just because parents lie to their kids doesn't mean that they should have their kids taken away. It depends how bad the lie is. Question 2. Do you believe that all the terrible things in history have been inspired by religion? Well, of course not. Not all of them. A lot of them have been. I won't even bother to mention the more obvious ones. But even just looking at the way that countries like England and France used to go out conquering, and you know, like the Roman Empire, whenever it was all about acquiring more territory and spreading your culture, taking over other cultures. Son of the Father of Man is right in that people use religion to excuse what they want to do by saying that it's what their God wants them to do. A way of shifting blame. And this is what I think religion is for. It's for rationalizing doing bad things you know you shouldn't be doing. Question 3. Do you think the world would be a better place if we got rid of theists? Well, obviously, the way you worded this question, no. We shouldn't get rid of the theists. That would be like murder, mass murder. Now, if you asked, do you think the world will be a better place when we get rid of religion? Absolutely. Yes, it will be a better place. When the world is no longer dominated by ridiculous superstitions that get us nowhere, that do nothing but hold back the progress of the human race, we'll really be getting somewhere without all that crap. But we don't need to get rid of the theists. That's like trying to stop a message by silencing the messenger. That will only spread the message, as we've seen on YouTube. The best way to stop a message is to convince the messenger that the message is wrong. Question 4. The same question that you are always asking in every single one of your videos. And it's really, really starting to get on my nerves. Why do atheists talk about gods they don't believe in? And I will answer this question in a different way than I usually do. The God you believe in is the God written of in the Bible. You claim that he has certain attributes. But when we read the Bible, we see a whole other set of attributes. So, we're really trying to clarify to you what it is that you believe. If you don't believe what's written in the Bible, then why do you claim to believe what's written in the Bible? If you claim that your God is all-loving and never does anything wrong, why do you follow a book in which your God does so many terrible things. And question 5, do you believe that you are superior to theists in any way? Now, it would be a really big generalization to say that all theists are superior in every way. I mean, all atheists are superior in every way to all theists. So, of course, I don't believe that. That would be stupid. There could very well be Christians that are more intelligent and more emotionally well-adjusted than I am. But that doesn't mean that they're right. We aren't atheists due to a need to be superior. I know you may find us arrogant, and maybe a lot of us are. It's a fair assessment, especially in cases of people like Richard Dawkins. I mean, the guy has a best-selling book, a couple of best-selling books, and he's had so much success with atheism. Can you really blame him for getting a little arrogant? But that doesn't mean he thinks he's superior to you. And just because someone makes you feel inferior doesn't mean that they think of themselves as superior. Don't project your own shortcomings onto other people. Be self-aware. Now, I believe that a lot of people use religion as an emotional crutch because they aren't strong enough to deal with reality without it. Does that mean I'm superior to them because I don't need an emotional crutch? Well, I suppose in the way that somebody who can walk without crutches has superior legs to someone who walks with them. Sure. But that doesn't mean that I'm a more high-quality individual. I am not better than anyone else. Now, throughout your video, in many of your questions, you say, be honest, be honest. Like you expect the person answering it to lie, or like you're trying to get someone to give a certain answer. What exactly are you trying to catch us saying? Are you trying to get atheists to say that we think that we should just exterminate all the theists and that the world will be a better place after we've done this and that we are superior to you? I mean, are you trying to expose Nazis here? Because I don't think you're going to end up doing that. And if that's what you think of us, then wow, you must really think we're monsters.